Today we want to talk about something important into millions of people, but most important in women and girls, the gender-based violence.
Well, many people think that there are gender violence when there are only physical attacks. But if we had learned what gender violence it really is, we would have understood that it can be physical, emotional, and also economical.
Gender violence is something that causes harm, suffering, and discrimination. Just because someone is woman, girl, or even just because their identity gender.
The gender violence can happen at home, at school, at work, in relationships, or even online. If people had talked more about gender equality, this kind of violence wouldn't be so common.
Some examples of a gender-based violence in a relationship can be like controlling your wife or your husband and saying that the things that he or she can do and the things that she can't do, or physical and sexual assaults and humiliation in public.
If the society had treated the woman and men equally, maybe the gender violence will not exist and this problem will not happen. Not every disagreement or argument is gender violence.
For example, if a couple like fight or discuss about something, but they are being respectful in the both sides, that's not considered like gender violence because they are being respectful with each other.
But if one person uses fear, power, or control based in gender person, that is gender violence. If people understood the difference, they would report real cases instead of ignoring them. In this situation, the teacher has already uploaded the grades for the exam, and here Diego had a grade of 9.0, and here Melissa had a grade of 10. Here's the situation. Man, how is possible that I don't get a 10? I studied so much. I think that I do the perfect exam. Why this always happen to me, man? Hey, Melissa. How much do you get, Melissa?
I got a 10.
What? You a 10? Nah, that's impossible. You're a woman. You should be in the kitchen cooking for me. You cannot have a 10.
Why are you saying that?
Because you're a woman, understand?
I'm leaving.
No, you can't leave this place. You're going to explain me how you have a 10.
You know that's gender violence.
Why? I don't care about gender violence or not.
You're punishing
You
me.
can't have a 10.
No. Yeah, I can. Because
No.
I'm smart. I'm smarter than you.
I'm smarter than you.
I'm
Because
smarter.
what? Because men will always be smarter than women. Huh? No,
I
what?
should not be in the kitchen. You should be in the
No,
kitchen.
you should be in the kitchen.
Because I'm
Because you're
smarter
the
than
woman.
you.
Smart in what aspect? You're a dumb. I'm sure that you do an extra work for the teacher because it's impossible that you score a 10, Melissa.
No, I didn't. You know what I did? I did a thing that you didn't do. I studied all the night. 1 week before the exams, I studied.
What are you telling me, Melissa?
You
You
know
are
what?
not smart. You're the dumb
No.
people.
You know what? I'm leaving.
Come here, Melissa. You cannot
Hey.
live here. You will give me your exam, and I will put my name in that exam.
No.
And now you are going to the kitchen and do my breakfast because I want to do.
And what if I don't want to do it?
I will. I will punch you, Melissa.
No. Okay. I'm going to give you my exam. Just leave me alone and don't do me anything.
Fast, give me your exam, Melissa. Fast.
I'm going.
Faster. This is the
Yeah,
last
my
time
exam.
that you score a better grade than me, Melissa, right? Because if the next one you score a 10, I will go to your house. And you know what? I will punch you and your mom.
No. Okay, it's the last
Leave.
time.
Leave.
I'm going.
Here's consider gender violence because Diego couldn't believe that Melissa had a better grade than him, and he started threatening at her just for being a woman.
Gender violence happens just because of inequality.
Because the kids grow up thinking that the women are worthless than the man.
Or that men should have more power in their relationship.
If those beliefs had changed earlier in our culture, many people wouldn't suffer it.
And if education systems had included gender perspective, we would have been more prepared.
The best way to prevent gender violence is by education and awareness.
We must teach people to learn the signs of the violence of gender, like isolation from friends and family, jealousy and control, and several criticism and violence.
And if the victims had recognized those early signals, they would have been escaped from that situation.
We can also prevent violence by listening to victims, believing their stories, or offering support without judgment.
If we had spoken up when we saw a friend being controlled or humiliated, we would stop the abuse.
Well, the Universidad of Colima has a protocol to prevent and address the gender violence.
They offer free psychological help, legal advice, and a place when you can report abuse confidentially.
If friends don't feel safe, they can report it to the Gender Equality Office or report it anonymously online.
If more students had known about this protocol, more victims would have asked for help by the time. And if the universities around the world follow this example, they could create safer environments.
Violence is real. It hurts people, but every day.
But if we all work together, we can change this.
If we educate ourselves, support each other, and bring backup when you see anyone needs it, we can create a world in the future without violence.
Let's act before it's too late. Let's stop gender violence.